First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakak, Wadash. And double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, and as well as giving you brothers the salutations deserved for forwarding this truth worldwide. And shalom to the Yakin Waf Yam. Once again, it's your brother Laban, and first and foremost, Salakia for the late response in regards to a video. Because usually I'll do a video like every day, or some cases 2 days, but I haven't did a video in like 4 days. Just had to get my self together on a couple of things, and as well as regard to my scheduling, trying to get that together too. And maybe Lord willing, I can be back on point with the consistency of these lessons. So that's pretty much it on that. So now what I want to get into is this news in regards to the UN and as well as the World Economic Forum, which will order governments to begin rationing water supply into people's homes. Let me move this out the way. So this reads, the globalist organizations are hosting a conference on water in New York as a part of the UN quest to accomplish its 17 Sustainable Development Goals, a list that, if realized, if fully achieved and enacted, would give the globalist elites total control of all human activities. WashingtonTimes.com reports no poverty, zero hunger, good health, both physical and mental for everybody, gender equality, and now clean water and sanitation. Those are the first few sustainable development goals, a project of the UN Department of Economic Social Affairs. And while they sound notable, the devil is in the details. It's one thing to say Christians to offer up aid to the hungry and the tired, the poor via tithes and charitable outreach. It's one thing for, say, a non-profit with a charitable mission to supply the needy with much needed needs. And it's one thing for Joe Q taxpayers to reach into its own pockets and profit some cash for a poor soul in obvious distress. Right? And they're not going to do that, of course. The rich, the powers that are, they're not going to dig in their pockets and give back. They're going to tell you to give back through your taxes, so to speak. But the point is that, the UN is doing all of this under the guise of sustaining resources for everybody else, when in fact, it's just nothing more than a reality that they're taking away the rights of the people. And this is a wicked decree. And as well as under another lie, that the earth is lacking in water due to these different scenarios of droughts, which is being caused by them, as well as we are well aware of the technology that they have to manipulate the weather to cause these conditions in the first place. All right, so I want to read this article as well, and this is in the Metro, which is a UK media outlet. So as this reads as well, this is households could be rationed water annually and charged if they go over limit. It could soon cost Brits more to drink a cup of water, wash their clothes, or heat their homes if they use more than a recommended ration of what, which regulates the water sector in England and Wales, has called on companies to get more creative in how they charge customers. As droughts threaten water supply mid climate change, the regulators want people to use water more wisely by rationing it and offering cheaper rates. So under new rules of what is giving water companies free rein to charge people differently to help ease environmental pressure, and they claim costs too. So that's pretty much all I'm going to read right there. So, and in this article I just read that they're going to start, or here it is, right? I might as well just read it. Affinity Water, which supplies drinking water across southeast England, will be among the first to trial new charging rates on 1,500 customers. So there you go. They're going to look to start in Southeast England and eventually, obviously, work their way up to have those use a limited amount of water, so to speak. And all of this, what all of this is gonna lead to is the uproars of the people. And what I mean by these uproars, I'm talking about uproars that will be the real deal. We're not talking about protesting here. We're talking about people reacting and responding with violence. All right. And that's really the expectation of the council of the wicked. In this case, they want chaos. As we keep on talking about using the term auto abkeo, which means auto out of chaos, which is the most important model of the higher degree masonry, the 33rd degree. Okay, you can even do some research on that on the Google, and even the Google will tell you that. So that's really what they want. And this is why I have to read this. This is Proverbs 11 and verse 23. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. And that's the truth. And just right here, it proves that we're under a wicked rulership. We're not under a righteous rulership at all. Because if that was the case, then we would see the more good in this world than bad. So evidently, this can't be the kingdom. Esau's in the power seat, ruling and doing as he does best, passing unrighteous decrees, giving unpleasant edicts. And this is one of them, because people have been using water for thousands of years. Ever since man has been on the earth, a large majority of us, not a large majority of us, but all of us as beings on this earth have been using water. I mean, and we can even include animal life. Obviously, they use water. Okay, so and then still we still have a large. The earth still holds an abundant amount of water. All right, like the living can use water by a great multitude, whether it's creatures, whether it's human beings, okay, which were creatures too. Water will still be here, as it is also written in the book of Ecclesiastes 3, that whatever the Lord so doeth, it is done forever. So let me see if I can bring that out. Oh, here it is right here. Salakia. So now let's get that. That's it. Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 14. So as this reads, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever, and nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it, and the Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him. So that can mean the judgments. That can include anything that he puts forward, anything that is done through his power. It is done forever. All right. So the earth and everything which comes out of it is not going anywhere. So that's nothing more than a lie that Esau tells, which that's what Esau is good at, telling lies, as it is written that as soon as they be born, they are estranged from the womb, and as soon as they be born, they speak lies. So they're lying to people, saying that, look, there's becoming a limited amount of water, and we need to save water because water is running out, and we got to save, we got to equalize, water for everybody else, including those that are in need. And that's just to get you accepted of you having to ration your water. Okay, so it's a joke what Esau is doing, man. But everything has its purpose when it comes to what the will of the Lord is, because the will of the Lord is in all things, as we well understand and know, whether it be the good or the bad. And the expectation of these devils is to cause chaos, as I just read to you in Proverbs 11 and 23, for a greater good in their way, from where they stand, that they can create a better world where they can much more greater control people. All right. Which is what they usually call it now, what they used to call it, the New World Order. All right. So that's the reason for all of this madness, man. And I remember hearing this throughout the media years ago too, man. This whole idea of, oh yeah, water's running out, but now they're bringing this talk back because they're passing laws, and the UN and the World Economic Forum is working together to order all governments around the world to actually put this into practice, beginning with down here in the UK, and they're going to start around the southern part of England. So that means us down here in London are going to have to be under this right here. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have to say on this regard. We about to get out of here, man. Shalom.